Hi, I'm Justin Lang with iSquint.net. We're here at NAB in the SeaChanger booth in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm joined with Mr. Andrew Dunning from Landrew Design.
Good to be here.
Thank you so much for having us, joining me here. Somebody told me you're involved with Life Church.
Yes.
What exactly is Life Church? Obviously, it's a place of worship, but
right.
Give me a little background about worship or Life Church.
Life Church is based in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Okay.
They are unique in that they have campuses all over the world, including one on the internet. So you can actually go to church on the internet.
Interesting.
There's interaction. You can sing along.
Really?
Interact with other people who are attending at the same time you are.
So is it like a video chat, or how do you sing along with somebody? Is it?
I mean, you sing along in your own room, but you interact with people via chat window.
Okay.
And there's sermon notes put up. You can, the music is there, the whole 9 yards, and the teaching as well.
So it's basically a video conferencing of the Sunday service? Or?
Right. That's a good analogy. Good way to describe it.
Okay.
Except for they delay that so you can go to church at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
So is it a tape recording, or?
Right.
Interesting. Right. Interesting. You can reach God, any time of day.
Yep, that's exactly right.
All through your internet connection.
That's right.
Awesome. Great.
That's right.
So what kind of lighting did that specific project need to do this video conference?
What they've done is they have campuses where their senior pastor speaks most of the time, but they built a new studio to originate content, to do ads, to do announcements and things like that, other than on another stage, or other than on a sanctuary stage.
Sure.
So they built a specific space to originate that content.
Okay.
It's about a 120-seat room.
Okay.
With a 30-foot wide stage.
Oh my.
So he can move around. He doesn't just sit in chairs like we are here.
I'd love to walk around and talk, but that ain't going to happen.
Right. So it's a nice, intimate space.
Okay.
It's got sort of the feel of a loft.
Interesting.
You look out a rear window and you see cityscapes from around the world.
Cool.
It's a nice space.
So I'm assuming you lit that?
Right, I did.
What kind of lighting did you use in there?
We started with the conventional Fresnel approach, but power quickly became an issue.
Always does, yeah.
Right. So we used a combination of Fresnels and fluorescent fixtures.
Matched to tungsten, I'm assuming?
Sort of. We took it part way to tungsten because also in the room are LED products.
Okay.
And we wanted the color that was on the scenery to match live and on camera.
Okay. So is it, I haven't worshipped online yet recently or at all, so I don't know the specific service of how it looks, but typically in worship these days we're seeing a lot more rock and roll feel, I'll say.
Right.
A lot more saturation, a lot more dramatic colors, a lot more light movement. Is that associated into this?
For their music parts, absolutely.
Okay.
Lots of deep color, deep shadow, smoke, things like that, beams in the air. For the teaching part, their senior pastor doesn't wear a suit and tie.
Okay.
It's going to be, blue jeans and a shirt, very casual, very intimate.
Nice and relaxed.
Right. Very relaxed is a good word.
Excellent.
And this space really enhances that sort of approach.
Now, what about the main worships or the 20 other campuses? Were you involved in any of the lighting on those facilities?
Several years ago, yes.
Okay.
When they were at 7 campuses, we're helping them to align the look at each campus.
So they look the same going across, or?
We were trying to go as close to that as we could.
So, like, if you go from one location to another, it's going to be the exact same building or the exact same feel?
Oh, no, not even close. The feel will be similar.
Okay. Now, with this internet worshiping, it's what I'm going to call it. I'm sorry, it's essentially what it is.
That's fair.
I'm not trying to degrade it or make fun of it at all, because it's a great idea. But do they involve the other 20 locations at all? Bring video in to from these locations to the Sunday worship or the internet worshiping?
The senior pastor, when he speaks, is very specific about knowing there are other people around the world worshiping at the same time.
Okay.
So he will speak to a given campus, or he'll say, as we close this service, campuses around the world, here's what we're doing, we welcome you to join in, things like that.
Awesome.
So it's not at all like you're just watching television.
So I'm assuming all of these different campuses are on the same control surface, lighting control.
They're going that direction.
Make it all unified so
That's
anybody
right.
can move around.
That's exactly right.
What are they using on campus?
They're moving to the Vista platform.
Very nice. T2, T4.
S3s.
Oh, okay, a little bit smaller. A little more playbacks. Interesting. Now, we mentioned this earlier before we went to breaks 20 times ago. Talking about the Vista, how's the Life Church embraced it? You know, their volunteers, how well has it been working out for them?
Very positively. They like it because their volunteers can learn it quickly.
Yeah.
But they also can do things like the video engineer who is overseeing a particular taping doesn't need a lighting designer.
He can just...
Which I don't like because that's work.
Yeah.
But he can walk into the space and using a stylus create a look very simply, and he doesn't need to know all of the lighting terms.
Yeah, he doesn't need to know, I need to put in this palette. Oh, I select that light and bring it to that color. Done.
Right.
Oh,
Exactly right.
Very nice. Okay. Now, with the Sunday services across all the campuses, is everything prepackaged like in theater where we have a cue list for the entire service? Or is, I would assume so since it's volunteer ran?
Some of them are controlled off the cuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of busking.
Other people might call it busking.
Yeah, definitely.
Some of it's pre-programmed. Some of it might be, here are the 8 looks from which you have to choose, and just pick the one that matches.
So they really don't have a set look for every service?
Right.
But you have a group of looks to pull from.
So the volunteer can learn from what another person has done.
Okay.
The volunteer also has some control in that he or she can follow the music with the different looks.
Great. How well, you know, a volunteer is a volunteer. They're not a lighting person.
Right.
How long is it taking them to grasp, you know, this is how we control lights?
Because they don't have to think in terms of controlling lights.
Yeah.
They think in terms of, I want that person to be red. So they can pick a fixture, pick a color, and a focus location, all with the stylus, and they're not having to think about lighting per se.
Now, you mentioned that you're not a huge fan. Well,
I'm a fan of it because of that.
Because of that. I'm just flabbergasted by everything here at NAB. It's been a fantastic time here doing interviews in the Seed Changer booth, you know, talking to great lighting designers. It's been an awesome time. Thank you so much for
You're quite welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll be back later. More from the Seed Changer booth here at NAB.